Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 11 matchups on this Christmas Eve slate today, guys. Um, yeah, I hope you guys are having a great holidays here. As we head, as we're into Christmas weekend here, a lot of good action on sports. So let's have a nice weekend, guys. Busy slate today in NFL. No NBA or NHL today, guys. So we just got some football, some college football. So let's enjoy some football today. First matchup, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the New England Patriots. Bengals opening up as a 3-point road favorite with the over-under at 41.5. Bengals coming into this matchup 10-4, 11-3 covering the spread. Patriots 7-7, 7-6-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, New England is 8-2, where they've been very good here. Bengals are hot right now. They are on a 6-game winning streak right now, coming off a nice Tampa Bay win. Patriots coming off that horrible Vegas loss where, they pretty much literally threw the game away with no time left. The one thing about this is a must-win for the Patriots. Must win here. And the good thing about that, the Patriots... Bengals are 1-6 covering against the Patriots and 1-7 against New England here. 0-7 on the road against the Patriots. Bengals have not been able to win in New England here, and I think that's going to come in their favor. I'm liking the Patriots here. I'm going to buy half a point. A must-win game for New England. It was a rough week last week. And Bengals just have not been able to win in New England for many years. It's been kind of crazy here, and I think it's a sneaky underdog play today with the Patriots at home. Give me New England plus 3.5. Next matchup, we got the Washington Commanders versus the San Francisco 49ers. Niners opening up as a 6.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 37.5. The Commanders coming into this matchup 7-6-1. 7-6-1 covering the spread. The Niners 10-4, 9-5 covering the spread. Head to head, San Francisco is 6-4. We got Washington coming off a Giants loss, tough loss. Niners, they are on a 6-game winning streak right now. They're playing great. They're on a 7-game winning streak. Even better, coming off a big Seattle win. Yeah, they're playing good football. They're playing really good football here. Purdy's looked really good at quarterback. No Debo, but they've been playing fine without Debo. The defense has just been on another level here. And I think the defense will come through and get the job done today at home, where the Niners have played very good. Give me the Niners minus 6.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys opening up as a 4.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 47. Eagles coming into this matchup 13-1, 8-6 covering the spread. The Cowboys 10-4, 8-6 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Dallas is 7-3. The big news here: no Jalen Hurts. He's out for this game. It's going to be Gardner Minshew at quarterback. Definitely a drop off in quarterback play, but not the biggest drop off. Gardner Minshew's, definitely a very solid backup, so it's not going to be the biggest drop off. Obviously, the lack of rushing, is going to be a big downside. But Philly 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. They did beat Dallas early on in their last meeting, 26-17. Then Dallas just coming off that just abysmal loss against the Jags in overtime. Really shouldn't have. They blew that lead. Really blew that game. No Leighton Vander Esch on defense for Dallas here. Philly is 7-0 on the road. Very good road team. This one's tough. This is a very good Eagles team. Very good offense. Very good defense. And obviously not having Jalen Hurts does hurt, but I'm liking the plus 4.5 with the Eagles. I just think Eagles are a great team. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is very important here, but I think kind of just like the Niners with Brock Purdy, I think Minshew, he's got all the pieces here to win a game on the road, or at least get a plus 4.5 cover. against the Dallas team coming off a Jaguars loss. Tough test for Dallas here. And I'm liking Eagles plus 4.5. I think Minshew can have a really good game here. As long as he's smart, limits turnovers, I think Eagles can 100% come in here and win in Dallas. I like Philly plus 4.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over-under at 38. Raiders coming into this matchup 6-8, 7-7 covering the spread. The Steelers 6-8, 7-6-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Vegas is 6-4. We got the Raiders coming off that New England win, which was a crazy win. Pitt coming off a nice Carolina win. Yeah, looks like Kenny Pickett is going to be the quarterback today. Kind of an ugly matchup here. Two teams are really with their seasons on the line. Vegas 5-0 covering against Pittsburgh, 4-1 against Pittsburgh here. I think I'm gonna buy 1.5. I'm taking the Raiders plus 3.5 on the road. This just has all the makings of being a field goal kind of game and a fourth quarter game here. Any team can win it. I'm gonna take Raiders plus 3.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Chicago Bears. Bills opening up as an 8-point road favorite with the over-under at 40. Bills coming into this matchup 11-3, 6-7-1 covering the spread. The Bears 3-11, 5-8-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Chicago is 4-3. Buffalo, they're on a 5-game winning streak, coming off that very tough win against the Dolphins. That was a big win. And then Chicago, they're 1-9 in their last 10. They're on a 7-game losing streak right now, coming off a Philly loss. Yeah, Buffalo. They've struggled against Chicago here. It's kind of been the only downfall, but Chicago 0-5 at home. 1-4 covering in their last 5. I just don't trust Chicago, and it's getting towards the end of the season here, and I like the Bills on the road to just dominate here, and I'm gonna take Buffalo -8 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 49.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 7-7. 6-8 covering the spread. The Chiefs 11-3, 5-9 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Kansas City is 6-4. Seattle on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a tough Niners loss. Kansas City, they're on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a close Houston, win. No Tyler Lockett for Seattle. That's definitely a big loss. On the offense there. Kansas City 12-1 at home against Seattle. They've been dominant at home and at home against Seattle. 7-1 in their last 8. They're playing great. Haven't been the best covering team, but Seattle 0-5 covering in their last 5 here. I think it's going to be tough for Seattle here. I like Kansas City to get a nice win at home. Buying a point. I'm going to take Kansas City -9.5 and money line at home. All right, next matchup, we got the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings opening up as a 4-point home favor with the over-under at 49.5. Giants coming into this matchup 8-5-1, 10-4 covering the spread. The Vikings 11-3, 6-7-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Minnesota is 7-3, where they've been pretty dominant here. We got the Giants coming off a Washington win. Minnesota coming off a nice huge Colts comeback. Greatest comeback in NFL history win, which was insane. Minnesota 8-1 at home. Great home team. 4-1 at home against the Giants here. And I'm liking Vikings here at home. Giants haven't looked that great. And Vikings coming off the greatest performance of all time. Give me Vikings -4 and money line to get it done at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. Titans opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 35.5. Texans coming into this matchup 1-12-1, 6-7-1 covering the spread. The Titans 7-7, 8-5-1 covering the spread. Head to head, Titans are 7-3, where they've been pretty dominant. Houston, they're on a 9-game losing streak, coming off a tough Kansas City loss. They've had a couple, against Kansas City and Dallas. They've kept losing by 1 score. They've had a couple 1-score games against tougher opponents. Tennessee, they're on a little 4-game losing streak. Been a rough 4 games for Tennessee, but they did beat Houston 17-10 in their last meeting, and they desperately need a win here at home. And I like Tennessee minus 2.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens opening up as a 6.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 34.5. Falcons coming into this matchup 5-9, 8-6 covering the spread. The Ravens 9-5, 5-8-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Baltimore is 4-2. Atlanta on a 3-game losing streak right now, coming off a tough 3-point Saints loss. Baltimore coming off a horrible Cleveland loss, 13-3. Still no Lamar Jackson, which is tough. Atlanta 1-9 covering against Baltimore, 3-8 against Baltimore. This is a big game for Baltimore. Baltimore desperately needs to win here. Going to be up against a pretty bad Falcons team, and Baltimore's really got to get it done here. And Atlanta really didn't do much most of last game with Desmond Ridder at quarterback. I like Ravens minus 6.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Carolina Panthers. Lions opening up as a 2.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 43.5. Lions coming into this matchup 7-7. 10-4 covering the spread. The Panthers 5-9, 7-7 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Carolina is 7-3. Detroit on a 3-game winning streak right now, coming off a nice Jets win. Carolina coming off a Pittsburgh loss. Lions are playing great, 7-0 covering the spread right now, 6-1 in their last 7. I mean, they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now, and they actually have a chance of making the playoffs here. And I don't think they're going to blow it against the Panthers. Give me Lions minus 2.5 and money line on the road. Then the last matchup today, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Cleveland Browns. Browns opening up as a 3-point home favorite with the over-under at 32. Saints coming into this matchup 5-9, 5-9 covering the spread. The Browns 6-8, 7-7 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Cleveland is 4-2. A lot of injuries, Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas are out, so a lot of offensive weapons. Chris Olave out, a lot of offensive pieces out for the Saints. New Orleans coming off an Atlanta win, Cleveland coming off a nice Baltimore win. It's going to be a running kind of game here. It's going to be very cold. It's going to be snow and shower, -6. It's going to be a running the ball kind of game here. And and I'm gonna take the better riding team here, and we're gonna take Browns minus 2.5 and money line at home. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.